Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday. It is Monday, and I feel like it has been such a minute since I've been with you. And the last reading that I did with you all, my internet was really, really wonky. So we ended up doing like old school phone stuff. So I'm really hoping today that we don't have any technical difficulty. I'm hoping that we're able to get the daily message in because I want to come back at 11 o'clock and do the full moon reading, the Virgo full moon reading that I was actually supposed to do last Friday. And then I was going to do it Saturday. And guys, sometimes your life just, it takes over. And so for those of you who've been waiting for it, I really felt like it was still very relevant because the readings that I do for the full moon or the new moon, it really goes until the next full moon or the next new moon. So, I mean, you're talking 4 weeks. So, and we're still in the shadow energy of that Virgo full moon. So I'm like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it today. So if you're not able to be with me today at 11 o'clock, that's okay. I will actually be, of course, recording it. So there'll be the replay that you can come back to, and then it'll also be uploaded to YouTube. So don't worry about missing anything. And I'm sorry for those of you who wanted to be here live with me and you weren't able to. Sometimes you just have to go with the energies, and I had to go with the energies. So I had a lot going on in the last couple of days, but I feel like I'm ready to go. I feel like I'm doing well. I've actually gotten, like always, a lot of information and downloads. So I'm going to be sharing some things with you in this week as we progress. Definitely, excuse me, guys, in the form of a blog. I saw some stuff that was a little concerning to me as a medium, as a oracle card reader, tarot reader, as someone who does kind of tap into the energies for others. I saw some concerning things that really had that ego attached to it that made me just do that little so I just want to put out some thoughts about that, and just kind of to make sure that you guys are all being safe when you are looking at getting a reading or going to a reader. And always go with who resonates with you. Always go with where you feel comfortable. But I just really felt like there was some things that I wanted to make sure, because this is one of the things that I teach in my classes, is about humility, and it's about living in your integrity and really staying in connection with spirit in that way, that you're staying in connection with spirit, very integral, being in your integrity. So if you've got someone who is, telling you that they have all the answers, or they're, I don't know, just if there's a little bit of an ego attachment to it, just be very, very discerning. And I think that's really what I wanted to talk about, just making sure, because many people who are looking for a reading, many people who are looking for hope, guidance, to know that it can be better, to know that things are going to get better, they can really just really go for, whoever's telling them what they want to hear. And so you want to be very careful as a reader, evidential medium, intuitive, however you're marketing yourself. But if you're tapping into spirit for others, you want to be really, really careful that you're taking into account their energy and where they are coming to you. Are they kind of on their last leg? Are they kind of in despair? Are they down in grief? And, if you're not partnering with someone who's tapping into your crossed over loved ones or to the cards for you, I just don't want you to get taken. I don't want you to get given hope that is far-fetched. I don't want you to get any more hurt than you already probably are, because I know that many people who come to me, they're on their last leg. They're in hopelessness. They're in despair. They're in grief. They're in anger. They're in resentment. That's why I've been partnering with Sheila Tillich in the integrative energy therapy. That's why I've been partnering with different readers when I do different events. I'm very discerning about who I'm putting myself with, because I need the people around me to be very taken care of, So I really feel like that's information that just needs to be put out there. that when you have, or even when you're going to someone out of despair or hopelessness, that you're being very discerning about their background, who they are and why and how they're coming to this work. So I just feel like that's really important for us to think about, because I don't want you to get false hope. I don't want you to get false information that you really, really want to grab onto, because you are needing that hope. You are needing that feeling of connection. You are needing that light at the end of the tunnel to be there. So which is why, if you watch my Tuesday Tarot, I'm very careful about how I say things, because I want you all to know that yes, the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension, the eighth dimension, it's all very real. Your spirit guides are there. Your higher self is there. Everybody's pulling for you. But if you're just reaching out to any old person to give you hope, you could end up being taken advantage of, and especially if they're people who aren't doing their own work, if they're not doing their own healing work, if they're not doing their own inner work, shadow work, if they're not being very real about what they're carrying and what they're bringing to the table, that you could end up, again, getting information that's not just for you. It could be their own interpretation of things from their lens. And if their lens is very cracked, or their lens is very scratched up because of their own stuff, and they're not doing their work on that, that can translate into what they bring forth for you. So you want to be very, very discerning about who it is you're sitting with, and who they are as people, not only as just readers. Are they doing their work? Are they doing their work? So very important. Good morning, Anne. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Carolyn. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, everyone who is catching me on the replay. So that was my concern as I was kind of seeing some stuff. Just readers, I don't want to say tooting their own horns, because I think it's important for you to be able to say, hey, this is my body of work, and this is what people are saying about me, so you can get a sense of who I am. That's one thing. But when you're coming across as someone that might have all the answers, or be able to get you all the answers, that just makes me feel like, no, be careful. Be careful, because you really do have some people who come to you who are very broken, and they need someone else to have the answers. But the answers are always found within you. And anybody who's telling you definitively which way to go, they're not doing you a service, okay? Because we have free will choice. We have free will choice, and that needs to be taken into account. Good morning, Hope. So, yeah, just be discerning, my friends. You be very discerning. Find people who are living in integrity. Find people who are genuinely caring about the work, and what and how they're taking care of you in a session. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Hope. All right. So I am going to put this message together for us. So yeah, look for that blog. I just want to put some real information out there, especially for those of you who are looking for someone. Maybe some good guidelines for finding the right fit for the person that's going to read for you, or pull your crossed over loved ones over. And this happened to me years and years and years ago. I actually sat down with a reader, and she was reading the cards for me. And halfway through the reading, I was like, this is what she wants. This has nothing to do with me. This has nothing to do with me. This is all coming through the lens of what she wants for herself. And I recognize that because at that point I was reading for others, and I did have a connection with my spirit team, and they were like, this ain't for you. So be very discerning about who is reading for you, and what is their lens. Are they trying to do the best job for you, or are they still kind of carrying their own stuff into the reading? And sometimes you don't always know that, which is why it's really important, to do your homework. Ask questions. It's okay. Ask questions. All right. That's all right. I didn't think I was going to talk about that. So for those of you who are just jumping on or again watching the replay, I will be back at 11 a.m. I am going to do the full moon pick a card reading or pick a pile. They are piles, they're full readings. So that is going to be done live at 11 a.m. And then I will have that for the replay here on the Facebook. And then I will also have it on YouTube for those of you who like to watch the YouTube replays. And also, please, if you're joining me on YouTube, please, please, please like and share. The liking really, really helps me to get out there. Again, I feel like the YouTube is the little engine that could. It's not a bad thing. And to be honest with you, everything happens the way it's supposed to. And just like Facebook has grown very slow for me, YouTube is growing very slow for me. And that's okay, because it's still the intention that who needs me finds me. Because that is my niche, to be able to help those who I can be in integrity with. I value each and every one of you who are here, who've been with me, who are finding me. Just know that I appreciate all the support, whatever the support looks like. I appreciate it. Big energies today on a Monday. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to start back here, actually. I'm going to start back here. So we're going to go with the lovers are coming out first. Relationship, emotions, choices. So yeah, really, really important to recognize that choices, it's not good or bad. If you can look at this choice takes me down road A and this choice takes me down road B, and what choice do I want to be in? And take it from there. Now, for some of you, this could be a partner coming in, or a new partner coming in, or someone coming back in. All right, so be very discerning about that as well. Be very discerning about anybody returning. If they don't have anything new to say, then it's just going to be another go around of what you've been through. And for some of you, you do have people returning because you do need that kind of, nope, that door really is closed. There really is nothing new there. Good morning, Caitlin. Good morning, Missy. Yeah. Because it is time for you to get into the High Priestess energy of intuition and wisdom and patience. So the High Priestess is bringing this very grounded, centered energy to help you to make the choices and decisions that are coming through, or to be very discerning about the person coming through. So you want to make sure that you're getting very grounded. You're listening to your higher self. You're listening to your intuition, that gut instinct that's saying, no, nope, don't do that again. Or it's saying, maybe it's time to give this a try. But again, for many, the majority, it is going to be a new choice. It is not going to be going into an old choice. It is going to be going into a new choice, because the Wheel of Fortune is backing this baby up. The Wheel of Fortune's coming in saying it's time. Luck, change, progress is forward. It's not behind. It's not behind. So that person coming in, trying to catch your attention, that person coming in saying, hey, look at me, they got nothing new to say. It's all about moving forward. It's all about progress. And I don't feel like this is luck as in like coming in very out of nowhere. I feel like this is the luck that is the opportunity, meaning preparation. So you've done the work, you've done the healing, you've done the practical steps, you've done what you've needed to, and now the preparation is bringing in the opportunity. So I feel like this luck is definitely the luck you've been making. It's just going to feel like luck because it's going to feel unexpected, but it's not. It's you've been doing the preparation, and now the opportunity is showing up. So making the choice that is right for you is going to be so important here. Not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about what else is going on. Good morning, Beth. Good morning. So, and because there's children on this card, it's like, it's brand new. Whatever's coming in is brand new. It's new. It's, a new idea, a new inspiration, a new opportunity, a new person. It's brand new. So it is time to get into the page of air, being truthful, being analytical, being outspoken. So speaking your truth and knowing that you're moving in the right direction, that things are moving, but not going into, I don't want you to go into that like, so they're showing me like romantic weepy energy. This is more like, okay, I'm meeting this person. Do they check the boxes? So my boxes are, do they have their own job? Do they have their own goals? Do they have their own resource? Do they have their own support system? Like, are they bringing enough to the table is what I'm getting. Because it is time. It is time for you to come into the windfall of new people, the windfall of new money, just feeling like everything is coming to you very much like I deserve it. I've been through it. It's been a minute. And now it's all coming in, and I'm just going to open my arms and receive it. I'm not ever going to think it. I'm not going to let the fear in. Nope, that energy's out of here. I am now going to move into this very abundant time of feeling like everything is just like I can't do no wrong. Like it's just all coming to me. I can't do no wrong. But it's not anything that you have not been preparing for. It's not anything that you have not been doing the work behind the scenes for. Whether it's just praying for it, whether it's been doing some healing work, whether it's been just allowing the past to be behind you, not allowing the past to come in and have any effect or say on what you've got going on right now. So really important to just stand in your power, which is that Empress energy. Stand in your power, come from that grounded place. And when you make your choice from that grounded place, that very rooted in your own desires, in your own talents, in your own gifts, in your own authenticity, that is always going to be the right way. Always going to be the right way. All right, let's get some advice to go with this message. Oh, yeah. And if you're worried, your guardian angel is showing up to say, I've got you. You're not doing this alone. As alone as you feel, as scary as this is, because going in a new direction always feels uncomfortable. You've never been there before. You've never been in a situation before. You've never been in this relationship before. You've never been here before. And so this new place is absolutely where your guardian angel is saying, we've got you. You're not alone. It's okay. Good morning, Brandy. And just call on us. If you need us, call on us. Invoke us. We are here. And because this does have like a relationship component to this reading today, which I don't normally do, but it's showing up, so I can't ignore it. So I am going to pull a romance angel card to see what wants to be supported. There it is as it flies out. Good morning, Marlena. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So for those of you meeting a new person, call in your support. Call in your support. But I feel like this person is being guided to you by your guardian angel. I feel like this person is being guided to you because it's time for you to have that positive experience. It's time for you to know what true love is. That what you had before wasn't true love. What you had before was the mask. A sham is actually what I'm hearing. So yeah. So just know that now it's about going into authenticity. So where you're being loved, where you're being wooed or pursued, it's okay to trust it and call in your guardian angel to get that help for you. So I am going to, just because I feel like situations and relationships are definitely like opening up and changing, let's get a guardian angel to, or an angel to see who is coming in to support us with this. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Karen. Yes, good first day of spring to you, honey. Archangel Haniel. I love it. Inner child healing. And that's what is really holding many of us back, is that inner wounded child, those woundings that happened very early in life, 0 to 7 years. And for many of us, we don't always necessarily remember what the wounding was. We just remember the feeling. We just remember the trauma of the emotion or the mental body. That it's still residing in the issues in our tissues. It's still residing in us physically, mentally, and emotionally, even if we can't remember it. So Archangel Haniel is coming in to say, I'm here to help you with that inner child healing. So call on me, invoke me as you need to. Breathe and begin to imagine you are being transported back in time now to your childhood. Tuning into the essence of your inner child, the vibrant light, the joyful, playful, radiant love, and perhaps the fear, sadness, or feelings of being unloved. Tune into this divine inner child now. Breathe and just be aware of what you find there. Be aware of what your inner child wishes you to know now. Be aware as strands of light from the divine pour into this space and time, bringing blessings to the essence of this divine child of God through light, love, bliss, compassion, and understanding. Love is all around you. Well-being is all around you. Divine healing light is all around you. Breathe it in. And this light cycles through your body, refreshing each and every cell, pushing out at cellular level beliefs, emotions, and toxic energy held within your being. Release this now. Your energy may tense up for a moment before you release. Let it neutralize and go into the light so that you are able to integrate the full divine qualities of your higher self. The divine qualities of your inner child, bringing back your playful nature, your trust in the universe, your complete and total love, your divine imagination and well-being, self-love, and love for all. Know, beloved one, that you are at the brink of entering into a new layer of experience for yourself. This healing from your inner child brings the playful qualities, willingness, and imagination to your present self to draw upon, to put yourself out there, to take a chance, to really go for it, to manifest the dreams, the desires, and the intentions of your heart into life. The time is now for you, and you are ready. Open your heart to accept these gifts and blessings of your inner child. The crystal to help heal your inner child is pink kunzite. So if you really feel like that resonated with you, I would say maybe listen to that part again. Light a candle, have a minute for yourself. And if you really are stuck, if you really are feeling like you want a partner, we do have the integrated energy therapy that will help you with the issues in your tissues, especially for the ones that you can't always necessarily know that are there. You just know that you're carrying something that is stumping you, not allowing you to kind of get over that hurdle or hump of getting into the next part of your life. So the IET is absolutely there. What I would say is I do have a package deal for $425, which is $100 off of 3 individual sessions. It is a process. And I've had many people ask me, like, why doesn't just one work? And I was actually listening to Amanda Ellis today, who has a beautiful video on shadow work. It was only released like last week. And she reads this actually beautiful passage from Thomas More. And if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I have one of his practices that I've been encouraging everyone to give a try, which is to request a most benevolent outcome for whatever it is you're wanting to change in your life or receive in your life. And you've had a lot of success for it. And I'm actually thinking about getting his book. But basically, what I'm getting at here is if we did everything all at once, it wouldn't be as impactful because it would leave a big hole within us. As we go layer by layer by layer in the healing, you're able to heal and integrate what you need as you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And so you're doing it in a very gentle way. Whereas if you did it all at once, you wouldn't be able to incorporate the experiences that the healing allows, but it would also leave like this unbalance, or you would be in unbalanced energy, and it wouldn't serve you. So by going layer by layer by layer, we're able to transmute and integrate those parts of ourselves that allow us to then go to the next layer. And I can honestly, as I was listening to that today, I recognized in my own life that I really have done the healing when it was appropriate or when I was ready. Because there's a lot of the healing that I've done in the past year that 5 years ago, absolutely not what I've been ready for it. Because I didn't even know it was part of my shadow aspect. I didn't know it was something I was ever going to struggle with. I hadn't gotten there yet. I had to shave off the other layers first. And so as someone who's been doing this process or this journey for a few years now, very consistently, it's to the point now where I'm going to very deep layers that are still very uncomfortable. I actually have homework that I need to do on a course that I'm currently taking because I'm still on my healing journey. And I have been putting it off because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what it's going to uncover. I'm afraid of what I'm going to find. Because as we look at these shadow aspects of ourselves, it's not easy. But to get to the other side, where you're stronger, you're healthy, you're more authentic, at the end of the day, it's worth it to be more whole and truly who you are, living your life purpose, living authentically, receiving and giving love in a way that you've never been able to before. And so that's why we can't eradicate everything all at once. We can't. Our shadow self has been developed over time, and we're going to have to heal it over time. So it is a process. It is a journey. And so I know that it's not one and done. It helps. It absolutely helps to have just one. It's going to help. But if you really want to get to the root of and really get down deep into who you came here to be, you've got to take the journey into the shadow. Because the shadow makes us well-rounded. The shadow makes us interesting. The shadow does have a role in our life. It does illuminate where we need to do work. Good morning, Lizane. Good morning, Jacqueline. So that is what I came to today, that we have choice. We have free will choice. And so be very discerning about who you're partnering with to help you to make that choice. Be discerning about who you're having to help you heal or be on a journey with. And if that's not me, that's okay. Just as long as you're resonating on a frequency with the person that you're partnering with, where you know that they're coming to you out of integrity. There is no agenda or their own shadow interfering. That they have a pretty good handle on it so that they can come to you as authentic as they can in that moment with a real desire to be beneficial to you, not to get some kind of ego validation. And for those of you joining late, you might want to watch the beginning of this video because that's where this is all coming from. I started this video with a message about just being very discerning. Because it's important. It's really important. So I'm going to leave that right there for now. I will be back at 11 o'clock and we're going to finally do the full moon pick a pile reading, pick a card reading for this Virgo full moon that we're just coming out of, because the energies will affect us for the next 4 weeks or until the next full moon. So whatever you have to, thank you, Caitlin, whatever you have to release, whatever themes are coming up for you, that is what we're going to talk about today at 11 a.m. And again, if you're not able to join me live at 11, that's okay. Come back, because the replay will be here on Facebook, or you can jump over to my YouTube channel and watch it there. Because with the YouTube channel, if you've not been there before and looked at my pick a cards on the YouTube, I do the timestamps so that you don't actually have to listen to all 3 readings, because they're usually 15 to 20 minutes each, because they're full readings for whatever pile you pick. So if that's something that's easier for you, you can always go to YouTube and just get the timestamp. If you're watching it on YouTube, thank you. Please like and share. And then also, guys, the intuitive guidance course is coming in just about 2 weeks. So if you're looking to get into your intuition, if you're looking to really start to be knowing and acting and trusting on what spirit is wanting to bring you for yourself or to share, that's what the intuitive guidance course will do. It'll give you a foundation that you can then use for yourself, or for those of you who have been kind of starting to share or wanting to share, I will be giving you help with that as well. So this course is for any of you who've been wanting to pull cards or are pulling cards and want to share it, or just really want to get into a closer connection with your team of guides, angels, and ascended masters, so that you can start really acting on and trusting what you're receiving for your own life, living in alignment for your own life, getting into alignment in what is for you, not what is not for you, really starting to live in that space of ease and grace, where you're being brought to things, and even though it's uncomfortable, you know that because you're being brought to it, you can trust it because it is rooted in your connection to your spirit guides. We're going to talk about who they are. We're going to talk about how to practice your connection with them. So it's going to be very experiential. We're going to have guided meditations so you can learn how to get into connection with them, how to feel what that connection feels like. Because one of the things I bring to all of my classes is my ability to amplify the energies so that you can start to receive and feel spirit in a way that when you're doing it on your own, you have a base, like you know where you can get to. So that's what I'm going to do with that, and I'm looking forward to it because it's always beautiful. Every cohort I've put together, every class has been just perfect, and who's there, it's always who's ready. And right now we have a nice class size, but if you want to join us, we'd be really willing to have you. I don't go more than 10, so we're not at 10 yet. So if you're looking to really get in connection with your spirit guides, with being able to trust and act on the information they're bringing to you, help you to understand your dreams, help you to understand what you're receiving. If you need that place to ask those questions, that's what this class will allow you to do. We're going to do a lot. I'm going to ask you to partner with me. I'm going to ask you to share your experiences, ask your questions. So I will give you information, we'll have experiences, and then we'll do a lot of practice. We'll do a lot of practice. So by the 5 weeks, I feel you have a foundation that you can then build upon, and you will take the experience with you. So you will have handouts. You will have people that you can reach out to. We do end up becoming very good friends. You get to be friends with the people in the class because we're going to have a lot of discussion. Even though we're on a Zoom meeting, we're still going to talk to each other. We're still going to experience with each other. Spirit is in the room, whether it's a virtual room or a physical room. So don't think that just because this is a Zoom meeting or this is all happening, in different places, Spirit's with us. I can promise you. Spirit is with us. So please don't let that be off-putting in any way. What it really does, though, is it opens us up to meeting a lot of different people from different parts of sometimes the world, but really starting to build a tribe or a connection of people who are like-minded, who are going through very similar things. And for those of us who go through this, sometimes in our real lives, we don't have anybody or very many people at all that we can kind of share what we're going through or what we're experiencing or how we're feeling, especially if we're feeling the energies, we're feeling the collective energy, we're feeling our own energy, we're feeling the energy of the people around us. So, it's a great place to be safe and to meet like-minded people and to be able to start having a tribe that you can feel connected to and go to when you are having, those questions. So that starts on April 6th. If you need a payment plan, please reach out. I don't want the financial aspect of it to be a hurdle. We can work that out. All right. So all you have to do is contact me. Guidance311 at guidance311.com is the email. Guidance311.com is the website to go and grab your seat. The link is in the description box. But yeah, please join us. If this is where you're ready to be, if this is resonating with you, if you're feeling it, then I want you there. So that's what I got for you. All right. So please, thank you all for being here. I took care of it, Karen. No worries. It is gone. All right, guys. So yes, I will be back in 2 hours. Thank you for answering that for me, Karen. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. So I will be back, guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. If you're not able to come back for the replay, and I will talk to you soon. Have a beautiful Monday.